Hello, this is Cheo with a special report on DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. This has made national news and international news recently, and we want you to know what el Centro de la Raza is doing to support our students, our dreamers that are part of DACA. And with us today, we have the director of el Centro de la Raza, Rosa Cervantes, and one of the very active staff, Alejandro Mendiaz. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about DACA and about our dreamers and the leadership role that they're taking.
Sounds good, Dr. Torres. I'll go ahead and start off by letting you know that DACA has been on the news a lot lately. It started off last year in the fall when the Trump administration decided to rescind the Obama-era program, which allowed young undocumented immigrants to apply for a work permit and to have protection from deportation for 2 years. This was a very popular program. We had about 800,000 young people enrolled in it. And since it was rescinded, the numbers have gone down to about 690,000. However, recently there was a court ruling that overturned the Trump administration's decision. So currently, USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, is taking renewal applications again. And so even though the program was set to expire in March, and after March, young people would not be able to apply again. Right now they are taking it, but since it's a court ruling, we're not sure if it's going to stick. We're not sure if the administration will appeal it. And newly qualified individuals right now are not able to submit applications. And so we do have a lot of activity going on around the nation and here in the state. Rosa, do you want to?
Well, I think it's important for students to, again, remember that El Centro de la Raza is there for support, as always, before even the national conversation began. So I think that's one of the great things that the University of New Mexico has done. So I think making sure students know about undocumented.unm.edu. It's one of the websites that we have as a campus that connects students to resources. There's a blog on there for kind of just what's happening, kind of those up-to-the-minute updates. And then recognizing some resources in the community, like the New Mexico Immigrant Law Center, who's now helping students with that may qualify. And so making sure that students are aware of that. And then you can go to the centro.unm.edu website as well. And we have an undocumented tab that also keeps things updated on the resources. And then just recognizing that we have folks like Alejandro and Armando and Yesenia, myself, and others at El Centro and across campus to help students really with access to higher education and navigating the waters through the system, considering their DACA or undocumented status.
Well, I want to thank both of you and your staff for all the support you're providing our Dreamer students. And also let me congratulate the students for their leadership, not only statewide, but nationally. Our students, especially those at the University of New Mexico, have taken a leadership role.
Absolutely, and we have many alumni of the university who are out in DC fighting the good fight and making sure that at the national level people know what's happening. We also have a lot of current students who are working statewide. We have alumni who are working on podcasts, like Alejandro, through the Raíces program has a podcast, and through a variety of channels. So students, alumni, community are working in different avenues to really support our families and our communities to make sure that we can work towards some social justice and making sure that our students stay and that they're here to stay.
Wonderful. Any last minute comments you'd like to make, both of you? Alejandro?
Like Rosa said, I really think our students and alumni have taken a great role in advocating for immigrant rights, whether it be through student organizations or through the podcast. The podcast is called UndocuTalks, and it will be coming up soon. Just to keep people informed, I think information and knowledge is always power. And if anybody has any questions or any concerns, even though we can't provide legal advice at El Centro, we're always there to support and to help people find the resources that they need.
Excellent, excellent.
And I would mention that also for folks to check out the New Mexico Dream Team to see what's happening statewide and nationally. And I think it's also important to note that there's just support and we're there for each other, and it's a challenging road for our students, but together we can make things happen.
Let me thank both of you for everything that you do for our students. Until next time, this is Cheo.